Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us. So quick question for you guys. Do you guys ever start like a really small project and then things seem to spiral and then the next thing you know, you got a welder out and you're filling holes in your engine bay even though you just started out by degreasing it? That kind of brings you up to speed where we're at. So kind of started a small project, did a degreaser on the engine bay, just getting ready for the new motor, and started looking around and I was like, well, I could do a little paint touch up over here, a little touch up over there. Wanted to do something on the lower section of the firewall because gonna put the trans back in soon, and it needed a little bit of paint. So I kind of did that. Then I started looking around. Then I started saying to myself, well, if I'm doing that, I should do this, and things have spiraled. I'll show you what's going on. Current state of affairs. So how we got here, started doing a degreaser, this stuff here from Paxton Industries. Get it at Lordco if you're up in Canada. Nice stuff, nice degreaser. It works so well though, I found original blue paint on the frame rails, which was pretty cool because I thought they were just black. Originally, I was just gonna do a little paint touch up here in that lower section there. This is all smashed up from the headers over the years, and that was also all smashed up just from, I guess, trans coming in and out, and the lower section, I don't know, it's like original blue paint was down there. It just needed a redo, so I scuffed it, primed it, painted it, and it worked out okay. I've done this kind of color match before where I use a dark primer. You see I was starting to do it over there too. Use a dark primer and then I can spray it with like the DuPont color match to my paint coat, and it comes out pretty close. So I did like one or two coats there, and I wasn't quite done. You can see it's a little darker still. I was gonna go back, but that's where we got to, where I started being like, well, I should keep going. Started pulling stuff off the firewall. You can see I got the washer motor out, or the wiper motor out. There was a big section of missing paint there. You guys were probably like, oh, your engine bay was so clean. What are you doing? It was really clean, but you can see there was a lot of holes. I've already filled a couple there, a couple back there. There's a bunch down this side. And I just wanted to make it a little bit better. So I'm not going for like a show finish here. This is a race car. I'm just trying to make it a little bit better. The holes were bugging me, so it kind of had to happen. I am happy with the paint match that I do. I have done it in a couple spots, and I know this is not the perfect way to do this, of course. This is kind of like a quickie job that kind of escalated. End of the day, if you got a street car or something like that, you should definitely do more steps than I'm doing. I'm just gonna do this to get it to where I'm satisfied. Every time I do stuff like this, I always say to myself, as long as it's better than it was when I started, I'm looking good, and I'm confident I can get that. So gonna go ahead and start filling more holes in the fenders, hit them with some primer, then I'm gonna scuff the whole bay, clean it all down, and then put some actual paint on this thing. I got some more covering up of accoutrements to do, so just gotta get into it and start working. I'll show you this guy too. Got a little Lincoln Electric 140 here. Me and my dad actually just went halfers on this thing, so this is a good little trial run for it. We'll see how she does. Okay, so I got the 4 holes on this side filled up, buffed down. I did all the ones on that upper section of that fender. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing more on the firewall or anything down super low. Buffed those guys all up. The welding went okay. That stuff's pretty dirty. There's a couple layers of paint in there, probably a bit more rust from on the underside on the wheel well area, but once I hit those with some primer, they'll look okay. I actually buffed down there a little bit too. I did that earlier. Everything's dirty right now. A lot of that paint just looked terrible, and some of the metal was really kind of, I don't know, misshapen and wonky. It wasn't like rust or anything, but both sides like had spots. Like that was a really bad spot, and there's nothing in there. It's just the metal. So good. Now I'm gonna give it another wipe down, buff that whole section up, and then hit those guys with some primer, and these guys with some primer next. Engine bay touch-up is complete. Just gonna start taking tape off and doing a little cleanup, and I hate painting. My garage is way too small to do that in, but race car life. So here we are, it's about a week later now, and I've started taking tape off of things, started getting things back into the engine bay. This is the first time in quite a while that parts are actually going into the car instead of coming out. I have noticed a couple little spots in the engine bay that might give me some problems later on, but I'm not too worried about it. As I said, race car, and it is better than when I started, which is always my main goal. Absolutely killer day out today. That's awesome because spring is here. So soon we're gonna be racing and the motor is coming soon. So I'll show you guys what's going on with the engine bay now, because I have done a couple things too, prepping for that trans to go back in. So here is our engine bay in some nice natural light now. So it does look a lot better. Like I said, I got a couple little spots. Not too concerned about it though. I got the wiring kind of back in place now. All that stuff's back together over there. I did put the wiper motor back in. I was 50-50 on that, but I need those wipers. You guys saw last year I got caught in some rain, so definitely had to put that back in. I painted it. It looks good. I got some more wiring stuff done. You can see that extra wire now coming in. I moved it and the neutral safety. So that new red wire is actually for the trans brake, which I do have that plumbed to the two-step inside, and my power steering is still there, and that'll probably stay there. I did source out swapping that guy to a manual box, a 16:1 fast ratio, but with the pitman arm and the box and the linkage you need to do it to the steering column, just wasn't ready to spend money on that right now. So upgrade that I do want to do in the future, as well as a ton of other stuff. So she's coming together though. Okay, and the last thing I got to show you guys is my last set of Billet specialty wheels have shown up. They're absolutely killer out of the box. It's kind of given me this bit of a dilemma on what I'm gonna run in the street and what I'm gonna run at the strip. So let's check those out and you guys let me know what you think I should do. So here is the last thing to show you guys. My last set of wheels here. Billet Specialties 15x10, 4-inch back spacing, same as the comp series that I bought just a little while ago. And my plan for these was originally to run these on the street, and then after I got my comp series and they showed up and how nice they were, I thought I'd run these on the street and run these on the track. The problem is I'm gonna drill them for a slick and a tube. So I didn't really want to do that to these because they just looked so nice, even though they are a race wheel. That's a street wheel. This one's not as expensive as that one. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll drill this one, use it at the track, run this one on the street. But these showed up and they're just absolutely killer. So now I'm kind of torn. I'm like, these would actually look really good on the street. And I've ordered a set of slicks that would look absolutely killer on these. So I'm really kind of torn. I got to drill one of them regardless. So let me know what you guys think. Like, honestly, I am kind of leaning towards using these at the track now. This is a competition wheel. They do say it's not for street use, but people say that about solid roller cams too. Here we are. So let me know what you guys think. They're both absolutely killer. I don't know if the videos do them justice, but they polish these things up awesome. Billet Specialties, check them out. This is in no way a plug. I purchased these. They are not cheap, but they are worth every penny. So let me know, what am I gonna run, you guys? Street or strip? Street or strip? Let me know in the comments. Thanks, guys. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. I want to let you guys know too that I got a Hemi Dart video with Pete coming up soon. He talked to me the other day. That thing's actually up and running at the alignment shop, so he's like, you got to come check it out. It's absolute ripper. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Say goodbye, Tinky.